Jelly Gouache. If you're an artist already, this paint needs little to no introduction. But for those uninitiated, Jelly Gouache is a type of gouache paint that is stored in these cute little cups. They are also known to have a very thick consistency, almost like actual jelly. Hence the name, Jelly Gouache. This paint medium went viral quite a few years ago. Almost every artist I was following online was testing out this type of paint. Particularly the Himi gouache set produced by the company Mia. I held off getting Jelly Gouache for one particular reason, which I'll get into later. But yeah, as you guessed by the title of this video, I ended up caving in. I actually ended up getting 3 different sets, believe it or not. First, I got this small set at Michael's for $6 by the brand Artislov, which is the store brand of art supplies sold at Michael's locations. Then I got this set from Five Below, of all places. I heard this set is utter trash. Then I got this big old boy here from Michael's. It is their Artist Loft Jelly Gouache set of 24 colors. This went for around $24, I believe. What's neat is that it comes with a few brushes, and it also comes with its own mixing palette. Pretty cool. To make things simpler, not just for me, but for all of you viewers out there, I will only be covering the small 6-pack made by Artislov. I will cover the other sets at a later date, but for now, let's see if this 6-pack, and also Jelly Gouache as a medium, is all that in a bag of chips. God, now I'm hungry all of a sudden. First, let's start with the packaging. I'll be honest, it's as basic as it gets. There's nothing really special about it, but it gets the job done, I guess. One thing I will praise it for is that it shows you the tubs of the colors that are included. A little sneak peek, if you will. On the back, we have the list of the color names, as well as instructions on how to use this gouache set, and also how to care for it as well. Again, this is another neat thing, especially for a medium that I am not familiar with. I also enjoy some of the color names that are listed on here too, such as grass green and acid blue. Now, that is pretty sick. Now, this doesn't sound so bad for a $6 paint set, right? However, there's actually one problem that this set already has, and we haven't even began opening up yet. Hey contestants, can you guess what that might be? I'll even give a hint. It's with the color selection. Go!
They didn't make the white enough. Oh.
I see. It needs another blue, just like the jacket I'm wearing. What? Oh, I know the answer, honey. That set needed more pink. What?
No! Oh my god, you 3 contestants are a bunch of idiots. The answer was there was no black. No black.
Oh. Oh no, he didn't just call me an idiot. Don't worry about it, I'ma get you later, don't you worry, honey.
That's right, a paint set that doesn't include black. You know, a color vital to painting. A color that you need to get different gray tones or to get different shades of colors. This is a bit of a problem, especially for those that buy this set as a starter set to gouache. This forces the buyer to either invest in a whole separate black paint tube of gouache, which can be double the price of this very set, or just go to their bigger set of 18 or 24. Honestly, I don't know why they didn't want to include a black to begin with. I'll be honest with you here, if you're interested in trying Jelly Gouache at all, just make the leap to the bigger set. It comes with a lot more colors that you need, as well as a black. Alright, let's just move on to opening the gouache set itself. Hey, can we get that funky music back on, please? Snap, snap. Oh my god, they're individually wrapped. my god. This is actually really hard to open, not gonna lie, and oh my god. I'm already getting paint on myself. Oh god, this is so... Oh my god, oh. Oh my god, this is so nasty. Oh my god. Ugh. It looks pretty though, but oh my god, my finger. Alright, let's give these guys a little stir. Alrighty, so here's my swatch sheet all mapped out. Along with the color names, I will be swatching 3 different levels of paint. One will be where the paint will have no water, the next will be with some water, and then one where the paint is completely watered down. Alright guys, let's do this! I'll admit, for a $6 gouache set, these paints are turning out really good. The colors turned out lovely and they dry beautifully. The opacity on some of them is really nice. And when I added water, they were breaking down pretty dang good. Like this orange, this red, this yellow, and that blue and white, pretty good. However, I will note that that green color is looking a little sus. For some reason, when I added quite a bit of water to it, it wouldn't break down like normal. Other than that, these paints are doing really well so far. With that said, it's time for the next round, layering and reactivation. So I gave the paints some time to dry. Now, let's see how good they are at reactivating. At this point, I started mixing my own colors just to see what different results I could get. I'm even gonna try and make my own orange here. Maybe I can rival that orange that's in this set. Let's find out. Not really. But this is still a nice orange, so I'm not gonna complain about that. I gotta say, these paints are reactivating almost as well as they did from the tub. Now, this is impressive. And they kind of blend together decently too by the bottom swatch I did there. So yeah. Now let's see how these babies layer. So for this test, I have made a chart using different levels of wash with my deep red. I will then use my grass green with the same various amounts of water as well, layering it over top. Just as I expected. The thinner the wash on top of a previous layer, the more likely it's going to mix with the color underneath. But of course, the thicker the next layer is, the more it's going to cover up the color underneath. Now this is what gouache is supposed to do. For this part of the test, I'll say it now, this gouache set passes with flying colors. Before we get into the drawing portion of this video, let's get into why I held off on getting Jelly Gouache for so long. Yep, here it is, folks. The reason why I didn't get Jelly Gouache in the first place. If you're not consistent with your artwork with gouache, then this set will dry out like crazy. And what can be even more problematic is that mold can grow inside these jelly paints. So if you wish to reuse said paint, you have to go through the painstaking process of putting water in each one and mixing them together until they are the right consistency. If you're the type of person that can't keep up with maintaining their art supplies on a regular basis, then please steer clear from this paint. For such an affordable art supply, it really does require a high level of maintenance. Yikes. On a brighter note, let's get to that drawing. Alright guys, it's finally time to get this drawing started. And for today's drawing, I wanted to do a Christmas tree. I have this sketch here I did in pencil and crayons as a base to go off of. So yeah, without further ado, let's get this thing started, shall we? First, let's lighten up this outline with my kneaded eraser. I don't want much of the graphite to mix with the gouache, just in case. I know gouache is opaque and it can cover up stuff, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So now let's finish this up right here. And what I like to do is I usually start the background first, so I'm going to work on that purple background by mixing this acid blue and deep red, and oh my god. This is actually turning out really nice. So funny story is that this isn't my first time with gouache. It's my first time with Jelly Gouache, but the last time I played with gouache was with the beginner set made by Winsor Newton. And hey, if you want to check out that video real quick too, I'll have a little bubble up there if you're on YouTube. And for now, I'm just blotting in the base colors of where I want things to be, so to speak. So while I'm finishing up this first layer, I do want to take a moment to apologize for the lack of uploads lately. The first major reason is that my main job has been picking up in business as of late, which is good, which means I get more hours and my paychecks are better, but that also means I am away from home more and hence do not have as much time doing artwork. The second reason is, well, I was doing a side project, and believe it or not, it was a lot bigger in scope than I thought it was going to be. And that was starting up a new gaming channel for myself. It's called JG Entertainment System. And if you wish to see that 45-minute video of me talking about Sonic the Hedgehog 1, then if you're on YouTube, here's a little bubble right up there. And also, it's the holiday season! So yeah, that's been going on too. Back to the painting itself, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm really not digging this so far. Maybe it's just the ugly face speaking, but oh dear god. I hope somehow, some way, I can still salvage this. Okay, alright, thank god. I just needed a layer more green on top. Alright. I think my mind was playing tricks on me because, again, the first layer was very watery. So it's a good thing I didn't give up on myself. And next, let's tackle the tree trunk. It's a bit more purple than I would have liked, but I think we can manage. Alright, let's get these Christmas balls ready to go. Okay, let's fill in more of this background now. Guys, this piece is just begging to be outlined, so I'm going to bust out my fine liners for this. Yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but barely any ink is going on the paper. I switched to my Micron pen, and yeah, the same thing is still happening. Like, what is going on here? Alright, time for plan B. Yes, Prismacolor! Pull through, girl! Oh my god, this is working a lot better than the fine liners. Okay, add some shine to the Christmas lights. And some to the star. Ooh, let's add some rays of light too. I just realized that the bottom point on the star was looking a little wonky, so I'm gonna do my best and try to fix that up. I also wasn't a fan of the shine on the star anymore, and I wanted to fix the rays of light a little bit. So I fixed the position of them a little bit, and I'm gonna make them a lot more opaque. Let's outline these strings and lights and even do some touch-ups in certain areas. And now time to take off the tape. And there we have it.
I'm really digging Jelly Gouache so far. It isn't bad for the money, it's actually pretty versatile, and it layers over each other quite nicely. Still wish this set had a black though. But other than that, I recommend giving these guys a shot. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you happen to enjoy this the heck?
Oh dear God. So what's good, honey? Told you I was gonna get you later, didn't I? Ow! Oh! Why didn't I lock the door? One butt whipping later.
That guy really got me good. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and follow or subscribe to see more. Also, share this video with other people and be sure to comment down below what your thoughts are on Jelly Gouache or what you think of the art piece that I did for this video. This has been jgartcreator, and I hope to see you in the next one.